Hello guys, and welcome back to the Roblox Creepypasta series here on the channel. Roblox episode 49 of the Roblox Creepypasta series here on the channel. I'm actually very excited. Next week, or whenever, the next episode after this basically is episode 50, which is of course a planned special, which should be very interesting, to be honest. I'm very excited for that. But right now we've got episode 49, a very interesting episode to bring you today. But before we get into that, if you're new to the series here on the channel, basically what we do is every Sunday, or almost every Sunday in most cases, we go on the Roblox Creepypasta wiki and we read through a Roblox Creepypasta wiki. And how the video works is we read through the Creepypasta wiki and give our thoughts, views, opinions at the end of the video and after we've read it. And then you guys can contribute to the series as well and leave suggestions for future Creepypastas down below in the comment section. So it's a nice series we've done on the channel. As you can see, episode 49 has been kind of consistent. But today's Roblox pasta is Fixy13332. It's a very creepy pasta, so I think I'm not going to waste any more time and just get to it. Roblox Creepypasta episode 49, Fixy13332. I was looking around on the internet trying to find games to play when I discovered a game called Roblox. At first I thought it was a stupid game, that was because of all the YouTube videos of people playing the game. But looking at how many people downloaded it, I thought that I would try it out. But once I installed it, I realized that I had to make an account to play. At the time I was a little kid, and I had trust issues, so I uninstalled it thinking it was a scam. But when I was 10 years old, my school friend kept wanting me to install the game again and played with him. After 3 weeks of him begging me to make an account, I lost it. Installed the game once again, but I was still worried that I would get hacked. I went to my mother and she said it was fine to me to make an account, because everything needed an account to do things. She said she had made an account on Twitter to be able to work. I got my trust back and made an account. My mom bought me some Robux. From that day, I loved Roblox. At school the next week, I asked my friend what his name was. He happily obliged and told me his username. After school, I sent him a friend request. He accepted it and I played with him for a long time. Sadly, it was his last day though next week due to his dad being in the army. He had to move. Luckily, I still had him as a friend on Roblox, but he's not too active. One day I was playing the game Roleplay World Classic when I met two players. They were nice and roleplayed with me. I wanted to play with them some more on a different game, so I became friends with them. And from then onward, they were my best friends on Roblox. Now, the present day, I'm pretty good at Roblox. I have more Robux than ever. I have more friends than when I was 10. It's a paradise. The thing I hate about Roblox is that it's very toxic. Toxic players like Slens and some CAPs are the ones and I hate the most. Sometimes the people even quit Roblox because of how toxic it is. Luckily, I don't get bullied a lot. Recently, something happened that changed my mind a lot about bullying can hurt a user or a person mentally. I logged into Roblox to play with my friends, when my second best friend, who I'll call John, said that he received a message from a user. I asked who it was. He said the user's name was Fixy13332. John said that the message's content was him or her saying to join his place. I thought it was a player who wanted friends, so I asked if we could all join together. No, John said, we've already joined his place, and it's not what you think. Just don't join it. We played for a little more before my friends had to go, so I said goodbye and left. I logged off of Roblox wanting to check my Discord server. In my head I was curious, what could be in his place? Curiosity killed the cat. As I opened the Roblox tag once again, I typed in the player's username. His avatar looked like a fox. He had a fluffy fox ears hat. He had a fox shirt, but his legs were black with no pants. I refreshed the screen. The user was online. Then Fixy13332 joined his place. I then joined the place, wondering if I could be friends with the furry or fox user. I spawned on a concrete type walkway which led to a little blue house with a car parked in front of it. I noticed that the windows were not anchored. I walked inside the doors. I jumped on the left window. I must have triggered something because a note appeared on my screen. Hi, I am love foxes. In fact, I am a fox. People say suck because I am furry. I'm not furry, I fox. Yeah, the grammar on the note was bad. The house was pretty empty. There was only a bed with 2 couches and 3 boxes in between the couches. I walked on one of the boxes. Another note appeared on my screen. They know where I live. I get scared that they will hurt me, fox pets. But mommy says that everything will be fine. The grammar was also bad. I walked behind the second couch. I clicked on it and received a tool named Key 1. I walked towards the back door. I used the tool to open it. In the backyard was a fox in a doghouse. There was a fence that surrounded the small backyard. I walked on the doghouse trying to see if something was there. A note appeared again saying, I love my pet fox. but the local kids throw rocks at it. They say it is scary, but it likes me. I looked around the backyard to see if I could find a key. I clicked on the right side corner of the fence. It gave me another tool which had named King 2. I walked out the door. I used it on a door that was on the left side of the house, and it worked. The room had a hole in the floor that led down to the basement. When I got down there, I triggered once again another note. "I have had enough," is what the note said. The basement was covered in boxes and trash. I tried to look for a key 3, which took even longer. Finally, I clicked on the back of a broken chair that was sitting on top of a big box. It finally gave me the 3rd key. I went to the big metal door and used the key again. And what I saw behind that door really messed me up. What I saw was Fixy13332 standing in the corner of a small room. He had no face, and he was pointing to a dead body with 2 dismembered legs. When I stepped inside the room, I was immediately kicked from the game. The reason: foxes will rise. To this day, I still don't know what this account wanted to do, or the foxes will rise phrase meant. May 1st, 2022. Well, I got to say that it's been a long time since I posted about this, but yeah, more messed up has happened after I joined his or hers place. I don't think I can forgive myself for joining that insane user's place and interacting with him. I will just call the user a he for now. So basically, after leaving Fixy's place, I ended up getting a message from his account saying, "Hello, my username, I want to see your skills. Please, friend me." And after seeing that grammar waste message, I immediately went to my friend's request page, and to find his account sitting right there in the request page. Unfortunately, I accepted his friend request, trying to see if I could make the user go away from me once and for all. Right when I friended Fixy, the first thing he did was to message me in my chat box, and when I checked my chat box, I found the message from the user. "Hello once again, my username. Can we have some fun?" "No, I can't. I really can't." I replied back. "Well, you should join me," he responded. After he said those few words, he started messaging me a lot of messed up questions. I can't really show you them, but basically he was typing things that seemed like he was asking me out, and I was typing back to him, trying to make him go away, or just at least trying to stop the user from saying those words. But Fixy did not go away. He kept messaging on and on and on and on, until I gave up trying, and told him that I would join his game, just to shut him up. He ended up replying with "okay," and Fixy joined his game, the one I joined earlier. I soon followed after. That might have been the worst mistake I did while interacting with this crazy Roblox user. When I joined the game and finished loading, Fixy13332 teleported me to a bed that was inside the house. I thought he was using admin command, so I was not alarmed. Then it wasn't until he said something in the chat that really concerned me. "Get in it," was the only single thing he said. Almost instantly, I held onto the shift key and ran out of his house. I thought I was safe after I ran to the other side of the map, but not for long, because soon after the sky turned to night, and Fixy13332 ran at me with a shield and sword in his hands. I tried to dodge Fixy's attacks, but I was too slow because he sliced me with the sword, which a little cutscene played, where it showed a perspective of me as I was thrown into a coffin by Fixy, and a lot of screaming was heard as my character died. And after that, I was once again kicked from the game, this time for no reason. And after all of that happened, well, I ended up going offline after that, just because I did not want to deal with the user, and I also thought that he would forget about me. Sadly, I was wrong. The next day when I came back to Roblox, once again he started to ask me strange questions, and he even forced me to join his game a couple of times. After that, I decided to unfriend Fixy and move on with my life, which was not the best idea. Since I made the story, I started to see the user gaining popularity, like his game got tons of visits and many people following the account. And it wasn't until recently that I noticed there were YouTube videos of people narrating my story, which I found dumb, since the story I made was stupid depending on how you see it. But I didn't really care. At least people were starting to hear about my story. But still, that does not compare to what happened very recently, like about a day ago. On that day, I was having a normal time playing some Roblox, until I realized I had once again gotten a friend request from you-know-what, and being the hyper person I am, I friended the user again to see if I could shut him up a second time, and see what will happen. Well, what I got was pretty messed up and wired to say. Fixy13332 himself told me to join his game, and then started bullying me and typing like a crazy person, with a bunch of people that I realized that they were his minions, which were people that followed or sent a friend request to him and got unfriended, and were graded as minions. After he said to had first off, tried to make them suffer. And he also attacked them at random times, eventually leading the chaos to madness, as they made the decision to raid some of my friends' games, and also at one point tried to make me part of the raid. Like, wow, I thought he was a victim of bullying, but it seems more like he has lost his mind because of the amount of bullying he has most likely received. Sadly, I was not able to take any screenshots of these occurrences because I somehow forgot to take any of them. So, most likely I won't be able to show evidence of what happened then and now, but at least for the first of many times, I can be able to tell you guys the events that have happened, because I don't think you want to miss them, do you? May 16th, 2022. So yeah, a lot more has happened since the last time I updated this article, like a lot. So much that I could not explain really much, because I don't really remember much. And I also forgot to take screenshots for the other encounters with Fixy13332. So I'm pretty much but I did experience another encounter with this user in particular, which happened recently, that I did get screenshots, and I have more information about it. And it also have occurred about 8 or so minutes ago while I'm writing the story. So I'll just talk about it for now, since I don't remember the other occurrences, which I'll explain right now. So basically when it happened, I was bored at the time, and was thinking of ideas of what to do, when suddenly I remembered about Fixy13332. At first I didn't want to have to do anything with the user, but I got an idea, which was to send a friend request, and try to be friends with the idea, and since I already kind of tried that already, and I failed. But I didn't think much about that decision, and I sent him a friend request and waited. I didn't have to wait long, because right after I refreshed the Roblox tab on the user's profile page, it showed that he was online, and seconds later the friend request was accepted. Wow, I said out loud. Does this user have an alt or something? It's like he knows what I'm doing. After he friended me, I said quickly in the chat, "Hello Fixy," and he replied back with, "Hello Foxy," smiley face. That message made me cringe a little as I witnessed it. I soon replied back, "How's it going?" "Good," smiley face, Fixy said back. At that point he had asked me to join his place, and I ended up joining his place thinking I could finally make friends with this mysterious user. When it finally loaded, he started to walk me around the house again. As I walked to the door, I noticed there was a tree with a figure standing next to it. Unfortunately, I was to focus on Fixy to even go see what that was. Fixy then unlocked the back door, leading out to the backyard, where I was met with a rather warming surprise. The backyard was the same, but there were 2 new fox NPCs that had a big smiley faces, with pink cheeks, and also, for a strange reason, had a pretty uncanny looking eyes, which were black with white pupils. "Oh, what cute fox NPCs," I said in the chat. "Thanks, smiley face," Fixy13332 replied in response. Fixy then asked me to go down to the basement, which I was sure it would be fine, but I was wrong. He found the key for the basement door, and I saw the blood and bodies flash quickly as he opened and closed the door repeatedly. It wasn't until he typed in the chat, "I'ma just break down the door so you can see it clearly," is when he stopped and pulled out those damn building tools, using admin commands. He deleted the door from the map, and I saw where 2 more bodies lying in the room. I ended up asking him why he was killing people, but he just said, "It's my bullies." He repeated it about 3 times before he said something out of the ordinary. "Let's play." And suddenly he pulled out the same rusty sword and shield and ran at me. I managed to run up the stairs, where I then took a screenshot as he stands at the stairs for a few seconds staring at me. As I was done saving the screenshots, he suddenly ran up the stairs and sliced me with the sword, and the same exact cutscene of me getting thrown into a flipping casket as a loud scream was heard. After I teleported back to spawn, I ended up hiding in his car, which I noticed that it had changed to an orange color, and I waited, and after a while a person joined. I wish I would just go find his username so I could use it in the pasta, but I would just say his name was Bloodthirsty. He joined, and he started saying hello to me. I then said I was hiding from Fixy, which he had said he was his friend, who I didn't really care. His avatar was a robot-type furry. I'm sorry if I've got the furry type, I'm stupid, I guess. Furthermore, he had unhangered the car, causing it to fall apart. And if anything could get worse, more of his friends joined and started messing around, while Fixy just stood AFK. After a while, he finally typed something in the chat. ... was what it said. As the message appeared in the chat box, someone had restored the map, and to end that all, the game crashed, and I decided to go offline and write down this experience for you guys to see, which is all I've really got for the user today. Right now, nothing has happened. I'll try to update this article if anything else happens, so I'll have to end this for now. I'll see you later. Goodbye. And that's it for Roblox Creepypasta 49, Fixy13332. It wasn't a terrible read, I don't think, but yeah, it was very over the place. I think that the beginning was very good. Then once we got to May 1st, it got a bit all over the place, and then, to be honest, May 19th, it just went all wrong. It just went so everywhere that your brain can't actually process what's going on. It's not a bad creepypasta. Again, it's not terrible. Grammar wasn't great. I don't know why they use so much capital letters in this. Like, I normally use a lot of capital letters when I speak or type, but wow, they use capital letters everywhere. I mean, in the middle of sentences. But it wasn't a bad story. I guess it's a very realistic one, to be honest. At least there wasn't any real life elements to it, which doesn't really suit Roblox. And this wasn't actually that bad, in my opinion, because it's a very realistic story. Very anticlimax kind of ending. To be honest. But it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't horrible. It just wasn't, fantastic either. But it wasn't bad. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to join us, hopefully, for the next creepypasta video. I'm not sure when it will be, but it will be either next week, Sunday, or the Sunday afterwards for the special episode. Of course, it is Roblox Creepypasta 50, so we are planning a special for that episode, which should be really, really cool. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and this has been it for Roblox Creepypasta 49. Peace and out.